Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. I called myself prepared and I'm still scrambling. Let me get myself together. Y'all know I'm new to this. Let me get on over to my chat. Welcome in, foodies. Happy MLK Day. Happy Monday. Happy freezing cold day. We're supposed to possibly get snow here in Houston after 10 p.m. So I won't be asleep, but I don't know if I'll be looking outside for snow either. How are y'all doing today? I see Leo Lady was the first in the building. Leo Lady 251 says, good evening. Queen, happy MLK Day. Kaz S was my second person in the chat. Hello, foodie chat. Hope you all did something productive and constructive on this cold MLK Day. Well, I caught up on some TV. And prepared for this live. I went to the store to get some diapers, so I wasn't too productive, but I did get something accomplished. And T-Rain was my third foodie in the chat. Thanks for being in here, T-Rain, one of my huge supporters. She says, evening blessings. Let's see. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes for y'all to come in. As you can see from the title, it's a little rewind, and I don't remember even seeing this bond hearing. The bond hearing from, I believe it was February 23rd, 2024. I have been wondering about Nesto's actual crimes, and hopefully with discussing this video stays monetized, because y'all know we can't say certain words on YouTube or, they'll demonetize the video. So I'll try to be careful, but I think during the bond hearing, they do say some things. So if y'all see a little skippage, I'm trying to avoid some of the words making it to the live. So, yeah, I wanted to look at that here, and I looked at it already, but I wanted to, look at it with y'all again, look over Nesto's charges, just a little review of some things we might have forgotten or, hadn't discussed in a while or hadn't seen in a while on the YouTube streets. I'm going to be going back to my 2023 texts, and some of those texts, which I already have the video ready, Sonya's gathering Nesto's alibis and proof that he's innocent of these actual crimes. So can't wait to put that out and see what y'all think about that. And then I also pulled up the text around this hearing. So maybe we'll get to read just a couple of those, maybe. All right, well, let me see who else is in here before I get started. Kiki in DC. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Justin's mom. How you doing, Justin's mom? Edna Jackson. Thanks for being here. Mrs. CLC. She says, good evening. Happy MLK Day. Happy MLK Day, y'all. My days run in together because I'm not working, but good news is I am. I should be working soon. I'll probably talk about that another time, but it's good news because I'll be getting paid. Hey, allegedly in AH, allegedly in Harmon, my faithful mod. Thank you for being here. Justin's mom says it's 6 whole degrees here and it feels like -7. Oh, wow. I decided to get out, and when I got out, it was 30-something degrees, and that's cold enough. That's cold enough. And it's definitely cold for Houston, but it's been like that. I guess in the last year or so, it's gotten down to the 30-something a little more often than it had in the past. So, hey, Popeyes Tribe Urban Media, you got a new name? You're in Michigan. Yeah, I think I remember that, Justin's mom. Yeah, I know it's cold there. Jackson, Tabasco. Hey, hey, hey. Thanks for being here. Beautifully Made 13. Let's see. Nursing a cold, feeling a little better. Hi, foodies. Well, I hope you feel much, much better. Knock on wood, I've been able to avoid having a cold for a very long time. Maybe a couple years. That's a long time, right? And when I get one, normally what I do is run right to Starbucks and get their green tea and orange juice, and I'm fine. I'm fine after a while. MNPD Finest. Hello, hello, hello. Obsessed with the mess. Hey, girl. Good to see you. And of course, love the profile pic. And I see you're using your membership emojis. I love it. Trust the process. Good evening. Karen S. T-Rain, I'm claiming it. It's official. It's official. PS. Welcome in, PS. Paula sending hugs and love from DMV. Thanks for coming in, PS. Okay, let's follow my comments. Okay, so I got 54 of y'all in here. Welcome everybody, and I'm sure we'll get some more people in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here and spending your time talking about old nasty Nesto with me. Let me see, is there anything? So I want y'all, in the comments to, let me know if I'm missing something, because I heard something new during this hearing that I didn't know about some of those CP charges. But y'all let me know what y'all think was going on with the actual crimes and the actual charges. I'm gonna pull up his charges first before I go to the hearing video. Am I loud enough for y'all? You can put a 1 in the chat if I'm loud enough and y'all hear me good. Zion, welcome in, Zion. Miss CLC says, yes, all the foodies up north are true to the cold weather. I know. I don't know what I would prefer. I'm thinking, since I live down here, I would think I would prefer the cold because the heat and the humidity in Houston, oh God. Yeah, I think I prefer the cold. Once you get used to it, once you get used to it, it's okay. I don't see anybody getting used to the heat. I really don't. B. Ann, welcome in. Rossi, hey Rossi. LSW Smile. Okay, y'all hear me good? Okay. Hey, LSW Smile. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing any other notes before I pull up this record. Let me share the screen. And then I'm going to have to look at my chat from another device. So have y'all seen this before? I'm pretty sure most of y'all have. And I don't know if this has been updated at all, because looking at the top here, these are all Nesto's many charges and his bonds. The bonds, what they declined to prosecute, what they did not present to the grand jury. So of course it doesn't give a lot of detail, like what specifically he did to who, but it still gives a lot of information. Thank you, T Rain, for the super chat. Thanks for the $5 super chat. She says, blessings. Let me see if I can go back. Oh yeah, I can go back and highlight it. Still figuring this out, y'all. Thanks so much, T Rain. I really appreciate it. Okay, y'all can still see the charges here. All right, so what I had noticed, like of course, he has good old Henry County still there on the third line. It says Foreign County. Henry County's still waiting on him. They know pros theft of services on line 4. That's from 11/18/2021. Those first 2 lines are not presented to grand jury. I'm not sure why, and declined to prosecute. I'm not quite sure why those were not presented to the grand jury and why they declined to prosecute certain charges. If we go down, you see conspiracy on line 6, conspiracy to commit a felony. He has a $5,000 bond on that. That's from February 3rd, 2021. Is that the Erica stuff? I'm not sure. Then identity fraud. Yeah, probably the Erica stuff. Conspiracy to commit a felony. He has a $5,000 bond on that. And I don't think I'm going to go through all of them because y'all can see. And during this hearing for the extra crimes, they're going to go over his bonds, the bonds he received for that. And y'all, after this hearing, this is when he starts scrambling and trying to get Sonya to run around like a chicken with her head cut off to get him a bond, to bond him out. What I noticed on here is if you go down to where they have the CP stuff, there's 4 line items that they declined to prosecute. So I'm not sure if the images were not clear. I don't know, what happened with that. Oh, I need to reset the goal. Hold on. I don't know why it lets you start it before, and then once you start the live, it resets it. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. I think, here it goes. Okay. All right. So I didn't count that one, T-Rain, but hey, I'm going to count it. All right, let me go back to this. Anybody else came in that I missed? We got 81 of y'all in here. Thanks for being in here, y'all, and please hit the like button. All right, so like I was saying, these 4 CP things, I guess the images were not clear or something. I don't know why they chose to decline to prosecute those. I guess lucky for Nesto, but still. All right, so then he has the grape, $100,000 bond, aggravated SODOMY, $50,000 bond, extra battery, which is a misdemeanor, $5,000 bond, aggravated extra battery, $100,000 bond, and then the trafficking for servitude, $150,000 bond. Then they have all these right below. In 2021, they declined to prosecute, which was a bunch of theft by deception and the financial transaction card fraud. So when I saw the card fraud, I was like, is that Melanie stuff? It can't be. I wonder what crimes those were, because they're from, what dates are they from? They're from 12/1/21. 12/1/21 and 12/4/21. So I don't know why. Thank you, T-Rain, for the $2 super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Let me see. Okay, that went towards the goal. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I mean, I know it's not a big deal, but still, I hate that. Hey, Jay Blake. Welcome in. Black but not bitter. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for coming in, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna okay, we see down here they still have these possession or control of any material depicting minor and actually explicit conduct. So they still have those 4 on there, and all 4 of those have a $175,000 bond for old Nesto. So y'all think he getting out? Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing, and then we're gonna go into the bond hearing. And this was from Pam and Dennis Byron's channel. So thank you to Dennis Byron, Hip Hop Inquirer, for the footage. I did tag them in the description box of this live. And then I'll provide the link if y'all want to watch the whole thing, because at the beginning of the video, Pam and Dennis talk about all of the drama. They talk about Sylvia being there. Sylvia was supposed to be recording for Nesto. Nesto wanted Sylvia to record this, and she showed up and didn't record. And then Judge Adams kind of gave Dennis Byron a hard time about recording and whatnot. It was drama, of course. Drama, of course. Thank you, Jackson Tabasco, for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks again, In Harmon, for moderating for me. All right. Let me share the video with y'all. All right, y'all should be able to see that. Now let me see. Is it going to play it like that? Hold on, I haven't tested this out, y'all. Let me see something real quick.
Stuff up in there. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys,
can y'all hear that?
I have never been in front of a judge in all my career that gave me so much starting. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, Pam, you got me. What did you get me into here?
Yeah, he was mad at me, y'all. He was like, why you had me coming here?
Hey, the bishop said.
He said, I've never
one in the chat. Y'all, okay, y'all.
Like,
that's what the message said. Y'all
see,
can
they
hear
said
it.
we make a good team. I said, see, we make a good team.
Right.
I was trying to get y'all the video. That's it. I was trying to get y'all the video. And damn, here we have it.
All right, this is the matter of the state.
You said what?
Well, I didn't know you can press it. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. So this is the video that Dennis has, that he recorded. My thumbnail was also photographs from him. And, of course, this is an intellectual property. So even if y'all use my stuff, you guys might want to ask Dennis to use it.
If y'all want me to stop at any point, I can. Just let me know in the chat. I'll be watching the chat, but I'll be stopping throughout as well. And also Hannah Rondon is representing Nesto, and she was trying to argue that the hearing not be recorded. And then we have ADA Winfrey, who's arguing for the state.
And yeah, because this is his stuff. But there was a bond hearing.
That part you don't want to use. This part you don't want to use. Before or after, but not this part. Go ahead.
Okay. So put this in. So after all of this happened, he sets up his camera, and then we have the actual bond hearing. There's a lot that happens in this bond hearing. There are going to be some things that you guys have never heard before, because we were looking at each other like, whoa, what they just say? But I'm going to let you guys hear. We're going to try not to do any for real. How long is this?
Hey, Miss Lorraine. Welcome in.
And I want to caution people that I've edited out names.
Yes.
Just to protect the alleged victim. And
did y'all hear that? Y'all remember that whole big thing about Big Hips Hoof saying that Dennis Byron, put out the victim's name? So Byron said, I be wanting to call him Byron because that's my brother's name. Dennis Byron says here that he took the victims' names out. Now, I don't know if Big Hoof was referring to another hearing where the names came out, but I did pick up on that when I listened the other day, that Dennis Byron said he, edited the victims' names out. Oh, it's a little low? Okay, let me cut it up. Okay, let me know if that's better.
Witnesses. So when you hear silence, that's just because we don't want to, put anyone in harm's way.
Okay, yeah. So that's what took so long too, because Dennis is recording a whole nother. He's streaming, and he's the media for other cases in the court, and so he did us a favor by going to do this for me. That he went back. So I know you guys was like, "Dang, she gonna post this and then bounce, and we don't know when she coming back." But he had to edit it because there were more than one name was put. Absolutely. More than one name was mentioned. Let's just say that. So I see you guys saying about slowing down the chat. I'm going to try to do that. But I'm going to play this, and we're going to wait till after the fact, perhaps, to do some commentary. I'm not going to cut it up. I'm going to let it play. You already have your watermark on it, so it's cool.
Shout out to all 98 guys.
Just, we don't have a watermark on it. Go ahead.
Oh, it's good.
State of Georgia versus Ernest Williams. The defendant is in custody under CP number 23 CP 219961. The defendant was previously before this court for the court's consideration of bond, which the court denied. Mr. Williams is present in court with his attorney, Hannah Rondon, and the state is represented. The court is ready to proceed. Ms. Rondon, you have the floor.
Thank you, Your Honor. To begin, Mr. Williams has been in custody without indictment for 232 days, so he is entitled to bond under OCGA 17750. To speak to who Mr. Williams is, he is 59 years old and has lived his entire life here in Georgia. He has extensive family here, as well as all his contacts. He does have a good address, which I can provide to the court here in the Metro Atlanta area. Prior to his arrest, he did own and operate 2 businesses for approximately 20 years. And so he does have substantial community ties to Atlanta and generally to the state of Georgia. Because Mr. Williams is entitled to bond, I'm asking for bond to be set as follows: $20,000 per felony count and $500 on the misdemeanor for a total.
You'll need to enumerate the counts.
Sure. For count 1, which is the rape charge, I'm asking for $20,000. For the aggravated sodomy charge, I'm asking for $20,000. For the sexual battery misdemeanor, I'm asking for $500. For the aggravated sexual battery, I'm asking for $20,000. And for the trafficking for sexual servitude, I'm asking for $20,000. That is a grand total of $80,500. Mr. Williams has been in custody, as I stated, on this particular case for 232 days without indictment, but he has been in custody since July 7th of 2022, which is 19 months. I bring that up to support why I'm asking for an $80,000, $500 bond. His means have been significantly impacted due to the time he has spent in custody. Your Honor, he's not a flight risk from this jurisdiction, as he strenuously maintains his innocence and is looking forward to the day that he can go to court and maintain his innocence. That is all, Your Honor.
Now, that low bond she was asking for, that was very optimistic of Hannah. $80,000 for all that stuff? Come on. Maybe if she wouldn't have asked for such a low amount, the judge would have considered it a little further. What y'all think? $80,000? Please. Let me say hello and thanks to my newbies in the chat and my super chatters. Thank you, Mrs. CLC, for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm still working out the kinks and working out my nerves with these lives. Thank you, Kimmy Who, for the $2 super chat. MLK Day blessings. Hopefully, y'all have had a good MLK day so far. Uh-oh, let me see. Why is this not letting me go back up? Okay, here it goes. Hannah, yes, obsessed with the mess. Hannah, you didn't even have to fix your skirt, girl. Sit down, please. Does she even get an A for effort? I couldn't really see that closely, but was she shaking this time? Miss Kim says 80K. He ain't got it. He don't. He's optimistic too. Extremely optimistic. Infamous silverback stalker. Love that profile pic. She says, happy MLK Day, Houston Foodie in chat. Happy MLK Day. Thanks for being here. We got 128 people in the chat. That is awesome. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hey, Muffin218. She says, hello, everyone. I am listening while I drive. Okay, good. Drive safe. According to Detective Fields, Nesto has not had a business or no source of income since 2019. Yeah, that January 31st, 2023 bond hearing stated that last barbershop, he got evicted, right? And what year was it 2019 or was it 2021? I can't remember. Hey, Tam Tam. Thank you, T Rain. I appreciate the encouragement. Gotta get my nerves together. Hey, Jay Blake. No mention of getting back to businesses or a job. Right. Perry Ellis for women. Welcome in. I caught a live. Yes. I haven't done too many lives. I know sometimes, because I know when I first started watching YouTube, I would be watching a video, a pre-recorded video, and I'd just be typing in the comments thinking I was in a live chat. And then I was like, what is a premiere? So I haven't done too many lives. I do a lot of pre-recorded, and I do a lot of premieres where I'm live, like in the chat, but I'm not, just speaking off the cuff. It's a pre-recorded video that I'm premiering to you guys, engaging, interacting, talking, and chatting with you guys. But yes, Perry Ellis for women. This is a live. Kiki in DC says the judge will mess around and ask him to provide his business tax returns. Yeah, he got all his attorneys up there lying. Every last one of them. I would love to see what Jackie Patterson did when he went up there. The only business Nesto knows how to do is scamming. That's true. Very true. Nesto business was not registered. Thank you, Mrs. CLC, for the facts. All right, let me get back to it.
All right, so I just want to make sure that the charges are aligned, and I want to repeat what I understood to be your request for bond. You essentially have requested a $20,000 bond on each of the felonies, which I believe was your earlier summary. Those felonies being aggravated sexual battery, rape, aggravated sodomy, and trafficking a person for sexual servitude.
Yes, Your Honor.
And a $500 bond on the misdemeanor simple battery count.
Yes, Your
For
Honor.
a total of $85,000, correct?
Yes.
Anything else?
No, nothing further.
Ms. Strait?
Yes, Your Honor. The state concedes that the accused is
Entitled?
entitled to a bond pursuant to OCDS Section 17. Criminal history of the defendant. 2, I have a statement I'd like to read to the court from one of the victims in the case, and then of course the fact that the court has already heard in the previous bond hearing in this matter. In terms of the defendant's criminal history, he has 19 cycles of arrest and 8 felony convictions. He has felony conviction for theft by receiving, Brooks County. That was in August of 1989.
I need you to wait just a moment because some of the information that you're reciting I have.
Okay.
And I want to pull the notes that I have from the earlier hearing. Take your seat.
Hey, Angel Hair.
One theft by receiving.
If y'all don't remember this or hadn't seen this before, this judge don't play. She's a trip.
At Brooks County, August of 1989.
I have the history of all of his prior convictions.
Okay. And Your Honor, you have all 8?
Actually, the last time the matter was before the court, and I'm not interested going forward in cycles. I think I've told you that before. Cycles don't mean anything to the court. I see 4 convictions and 4 pending cases.
Okay, so I have 8.
1998 theft, 1988 theft, 1990 armed robbery out of Cobb County. The theft case was in Fulton. A 1992 armed robbery out of Douglas County. And then there are 4 pending cases, at least based on these notes. 1 from 20, 1 from 21, and 2 from 22. The case from 20 is theft by deception. The case from 21 is theft by deception. I have 222 pending cases, 1 for child pornography and the other for theft by deception. It appears that there's a 2006, this might be a forgery in the first degree out of Cobb County, which would be the 4th felony conviction that was reported the last time the matter was before the court.
But Sonya says he hadn't done anything since the 80s. He hadn't done anything since the 80s. Wow. See, I see the judge snapping at her like, we don't care about cycles, that's the first time I've heard that. I mean, the cycles are arrests, right? So why wouldn't they care about how many times he's been arrested, especially if the number is that significant? I don't know. Welcome in. We got 147 people in the chat. Thank y'all for being here. And I appreciate all of your support, the comments, the engagement. Let me go through a couple of the super chats in case I missed them. T-Rain, thank you for the super chat. And Karaoke Tube, thank you for the super chat. Karaoke Tube, your username always catches my attention because I absolutely positively love karaoke, and I've done it so much in the last 20 years. It's shameful. I love karaoke. So what's the significance of your username? Do you have a channel, or do you just love karaoke? Let me go back to the chat and look at a few of these comments before I go back. Infamous Silverback Stalker says, unlicensed barber with an unregistered business. Who'da thunk? But I'm trying to figure out, if that's the situation, why are those attorneys going up there lying like that? I mean, does the judge, does the prosecution already know they're lying? That's why nothing ever flies or nothing ever sticks. Hey, Angel Harris, 62. I mean, they just get there and just tell all kinds of tales. Why take his word for it? Shouldn't they want to be factual? Kiki in DC, Sonya doesn't know that man like she thinks she does. She don't know him at all. And my thing is, like, I know she's kind of slow, but she made it to 55, 56 by being, that naive and, that trusting. I know she don't like women, but I mean, I don't know. Something happened aside from that hospital stuff. I don't think it's the fact that he was there for her from across the country when she got sick. I think it's something else. Ms. Kim says, was Shirley aware of all these arrests and jailings, or did she think he had only done one stint in prison? He got arrested, the same year they got married. And prior to that, she hadn't known him that long. So she thought whatever happened before she met him was in his past, and she didn't care as long as it did not affect her present. Now, why she let the 2015 thing slide, I don't know. But that should have been, it right there. It's like, God, no, we just got married and you getting arrested. Oh, no, you got too comfortable too quick. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, let me keep going.
If I can make some corrections to that history, just to be sure that on the record, I have all of them listed. As to the death by receiving.
Give me the date of conviction, the charge, jurisdiction, and sentence. That's how I'd like to receive the information.
Yes, Your Honor. August 21st of 1989, death by receiving, Fulton County, 4 years probation. July 2nd, 1991, death by receiving and death by taking, DeKalb County, 1 year for life. 1989.
That's not a year. That's not a full date. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's August 21st, 1989.
So they're not in chronological order?
They weren't on the GCIT, Your Honor, when I went to give them.
Oh my God, did y'all see 88 Winfrey whip that hand out like that? Why she got attitude? And what's up with her hair? I can't see this video that clearly, but what's up with her hair? And why she got on a turquoise skirt or dress or whatever it is in coat? Why? I'm confused. I'm confused with 88 Winfrey. Kimmy Who's, let me go through a couple of these comments. Kimmy Who, Shirley knew, I wanted to read this other one first. Kiki in DC, I had missed it. Shirley should have done a deep background check. She had the funds. Yes. I mean, I just would have used my Steve privilege a little more than she did, because I would have been like, hey, Steve, y'all want me to get married? Y'all clown me all the time about being single. Can you go ahead and do an extensive background check on Nesto? I mean, as much as Steve clowned Nesto, you would think he'd make sure someone that's working with him like that would be clean, squeaky clean. Shoes. Makes me mad. She rubbing elbows with Steve Harvey and can't pay for a background check. Just a waste. It's the waste. Kimmy Who, Shirley knew she said in a call that he said that jail stuff was behind him. Yes, I remember that. They had kind of twisted that conversation all up, or Nesto was trying to twist it up. But yeah, she thought all the jail stuff was behind him. So yeah, she married you under conditions. It was a conditional marriage. Perry Ellis for Women said, I've heard that she had the internet scrubbed of his prior convictions before they got married. Yeah, I think I heard that too. And she probably did. You Get Me says he was arrested 3 times while married. Actual jail time. I mean, that would suck. But with her having been married before, it would have been easy for her just to say, you know what? This ain't working out. This is not working out. It would have been so easy for her just to do that and walk away. And she could have still done it. Like once he got locked up that last time, I wouldn't have paid $1, a dime for another attorney. It's like, what is going on here? Karaoke 2. Hey, Houston Foodie 713, love your channel. I've only done karaoke twice in my life. What? But my name is Cara, and I was trying to think of a cute YouTube name for a channel I started a long time ago. Oh, okay. Well, it is a cute name, and it does grab my attention. Like I said, I love karaoke. Not only did it twice, come on. Karaoke is just too fun. Infamous Silverback Stalker says, she should have been checking for marriages and divorces. I mean, that's the first thing you check for, right? Am I wrong? That's the first thing I did. Like, we need to make sure you don't have any ties, any legal ties to anyone else. I mean, I don't know how extensively you can search, or if you can search to see if they got, how many kids they got out there. That may be a little more difficult, but the marriage and the record, come on now, Shirley. Come on. Thank you for the super chat, Cindy White. I appreciate the support. Working towards my goal, even though YouTube didn't count that first one that T-Rain gave me. It's still showing I got 5 out of 10 super chats. Working towards my goal, y'all. Any support, whether it be super chat, super sticker, Cash App, whatever. Oh, memberships. It all goes back into the channel. As far as, I got a new laptop thanks to the support I've received so far. Then the next thing I want to do is get a headphones, the noise cancellation stuff, so y'all can't hear my every movement. So, thank y'all so much for any support. That part says, is this Nesto hearing now? No, this is from February of 2024. I think it was on the 23rd. Based on the text messages, it was on the 23rd, February 23rd. You're right about that. Cindy White. Hey, thanks for the orange hearts, Cindy White. Hey, Southside Chi-Town 73. Thanks for stopping by. From when he had, when he had Hannah. Yes, ma'am, at her big age, over 60. Yeah, I mean, it's like Sonya says, this is this is Sonya's last go round, or her last attempt at, a life with a man or whatever. So she got to make it count. Shirley, you're supposed to make this count, girl. You had to do that background research to make sure this marriage would stick. Ooh, we coming up on the 1-year anniversary of this hearing. I know, right? Time flies. All right, let me get back to it. It's only 30 minutes. The hearing part is only 30 minutes. And I think we've looked at like 6 or 7, maybe 8 minutes.
It's death by receiving opposing county. 4 years probation.
Are you sure that's not the same? It is the same. You gave me that twice.
And I looked at that, Your Honor, and I believe when I read the PCIC, it said these two case numbers were wrong with one another. So I believe that there are two separate cases. I was not able to look at ours to confirm that when I reviewed it. August 9, 2006, on robbery and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Just need the highest charge.
And robbery, county. 10 years in October 17, 1991. Death by taking, Gwinnett County. 8 years to serve with 2 years in confinement.
Why she seems so ill prepared?
It's not 8 years to serve, it's 8 served to. The balance prorated.
Yes, Your Honor. February 22nd, 1998. On robbery, Douglas County, 10 years in confinement.
Yes, infamous silverback.
9, 2006. Concealing facts in matters of government. County, 1 year in confinement. And then August 5th, 2005, bank fraud. This is a federal conviction out of Kentucky. 37 months in confinement.
Yeah, I have a video on that bank fraud if y'all want to check it out.
The accused has 2 open cases that the court was referencing earlier, 22 CP 211078. That's forgery and ID fraud. Also, 22 CP 5210500. That's a death by deception charge. And then there are 2 cases that were indicted, Judge Edwards, that have been dismissed because they will be re-indicted into a conspiracy charge of 16424. And those 2
So the cases were dismissed before the reindictment?
yes.
Not interested.
And then the people case before us, Your Honor, I'd like to note for the record that there were.
Before you leave that, I would just note that the 2 pending cases that I have from 22 are different from the ones that you cited. I have, as I indicated, one, I think the alleged incident date is July of 22 for child pornography. The second, with an alleged incident date, I believe of June 4th of 22 was the death by deception. It's a little bit different than what you decided for the court.
So there are 3 cases, and the 2 that you were on the side, the one that you cited was the child sexual abuse material case, possession of child pornography. That is.
I don't need the case number. Let's continue.
Okay. And then the other 2 cases that I cited are pending cases. They're pending cases in my apologies. The 22 CP 211078.
Right, counsel, the numbers don't mean anything to the court. I'm interested in the dates and charges. And I only had 2. You said 2, and now you're telling me 3.
Hey, Miss Shirley C. Boy, this judge is snippy.
From 22.
22 CP is June 4th, 2022. And that is the death by deception. And then the 22 CP 211078.
And counsel, I'm sorry, are you getting any of this, Ms. Klein? Are you at this? Stop the table, are you good? Can you hear?
Okay, I speak up.
I don't need, again, for the 3rd time, CP numbers. I'm interested in the date and the charge.
Oh, God.
June 4th, 2022.
We've covered that, the last one.
And the last one is January, I don't have the date, but I think it was 2021. And that is ID fraud.
So you don't have any offenses from 21 beyond that? So let me back up. You're confusing me, Ms. Winfrey, which is not unusual. But as it relates to what you're citing to the court, I gave you the 4 pending cases.
Do y'all see Pam and Dennis Byron? Oh my God. I mean, it looks bad on the prosecution for you to come in there all ill prepared. Like, what is her problem? That gives Nesto, hope that, oh, they're not prepared and they did that, blah, blah, blah. Even though he did all this stuff, but still. But Pam and Dennis Byron was having a good old time listening to this judge. She's not playing around. Let me see. Look at these. Oh, I have some more comments. I'll keep going and then I'll come back to the comments.
Cases that were reported the last time this matter was before the court for bond hearing. You indicated to me that you had.
Oh, we all were like, what?
I'm like, Pam, what? How embarrassing. Wait a minute. I'm like,
I'm gonna play it back a little bit. Yeah, she was not playing.
She said,
a minute.
We've covered that, the last one.
And the last one is January, I don't know the date for that, January 2021. And that is the ID fraud.
So you don't have any offenses from 21 beyond that? So let me back up. You're confusing me, Ms. Winfrey, which is not unusual. But as it relates to what you're citing to the court, I gave you the 4 pending cases that were reported the last time this matter was before the court for bond hearing. You indicated to me that you had 2 cases from 22, and then you said that there was a 3rd case. I think what you were trying to tell me was that you had the 2 cases from 22, and there were additional pending cases, because the last one you cited was from 21. So I have a case from 20. I think this is 20 if I can read my notes, which is a theft by deception. That may be 21. I have a second theft by deception from 21, child pornography case from 22, and a 3rd theft by deception from 22.
That is correct.
All right. Anything else?
Your Honor, we say for the record that the defendant has 2 FTAs in this record. We also would like the court to know that there was a warrant out of the county for a larceny case for February 19th, 2019. And then there are 2.
If you guys missed it, right now what she's going through is, I believe, warrants that he has, that they're outstanding warrants.
Warrants out of California, Los Angeles, for cases for cars that were stolen out of California and sold in Georgia. There's also a warrant out for Augusta.
I'm gonna rewind just a little bit. Pam was saying in the video that they, were still functioning or operating with COVID. Whatever. I don't want to get demonetized even saying it. The virus protocol. So she has that mask on, so it's kind of hard to hear her. So I'll try to rewind just a little smidge to hear the warrants that he had. Oh God, Nesto. Oh Lord, this man thought he was getting out and had all this stuff going on. Welcome in, Sleepy Libra 17. She says, hey all, did Nasty actually say that he left it up to the women to take care of the divorces? So he didn't think he had to sign any papers? Hey, he's good for getting stuff off of him and putting it on the women. Yeah, because it seems like he has a story for every divorce he was supposed to have but didn't actually have. And I don't know if that was a recent visit. Real Talk Bougie showed maybe from December, I think it was, where he went into how him and Martha supposedly got divorced. She came up and brought him the papers, and then he said Edith came up and brought him the papers. Okay, what happened? I mean, what happened? You can tell that story till you're blue in the face. You still was married to him. Still married to Edith. Miss Kim says Judge is in no mood. No, she's not. Yes, guys, if you're not subscribed, because I'll be having a ton of new viewers, and I have a ton of returning viewers, but that number is far more greater than my subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and then click all for your notifications so you know when I'm uploading a video or going live. Please hit the like button, and you can tip the host at Cash App $JAL and JAI. Thank you, In Harmon. I really appreciate it. Infamous Silverback Stalker says Judge Adams is not for play. No, she's not. She's not playing around. And she making sure the lady can hear everything 88 Winfrey saying, making sure, what does she call a stenographer? Making sure she's documenting everything. Penny Proud. Hey, Penny Proud. She says she's not playing. No, she's not. Boop. Yeah. She getting her together. She gathering her. Sleepy Libra 17 says, who? Right? Who I don't even want to say it because I don't want to get demonetized. Who PP'd in her Cheerios that morning? I mean, it seemed like from what Pam was saying, she's like that all the time. She likes things in order. That's what she said. That part says, she said this is not unusual, right? She 88 Winfrey is always ill prepared and always trying to confuse the courtroom. T Rain, the ones during the marriage. Okay. Oh, okay. So the ones, the crimes or whatever, the record was expunged during the marriage. Okay, the ones that he had during the marriage. Okay, I get it. Nesto's is the great deflector. Yeah, he really is. I want to know what book he read, or it had to be more than one. Well, y'all, I didn't say he didn't read something now, but he had to have studied something. Maybe he watched a documentary or something that showed him how to be a good deflector, how to manipulate, how to read people, because he definitely has an art, but he uses it for deceptive purposes. If he would use it for something else, he'd stay out of jail. B. Williams, hey, B. Williams, he must have signed with one of those aliases. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Hey, B. Williams, thank you for being here. Okay, let me continue.
For obstruction and different false claims to law enforcement, where the defendant used a name Victor West, and the defendant has many aliases as well as using 6 different social security numbers and at least 5 different dates of birth.
I only have one FTA from 2004 from my notes from October.
Other FTA is from 2020 and it was not prosecuted.
So if it wasn't prosecuted, Ms. Winfrey, it's not an FTA, right?
That's correct. I would like to also place in the record that the victim in this case wanted to place in the record a statement. And as this case has progressed, there have been 3 additional outcry witnesses that have come forward.
She said, since the case has progressed, there have been 3 more outcry witnesses that have come forward.
She made similar outcries regarding sexual abuse. And in terms of, I spoke to one of the victims, one of the outcry witnesses on yesterday. None of them wanted to be here today, but wanted me to intimate their concerns about if the Lord was released, if he was released on bond. The first is,
and this is where I muted, ladies and gentlemen. I took those names out of it.
she states that she has been traumatized at a very young age. She still has nightmares sometimes, and I have to live with everything he's done to me and others. I am scared that if he gets out, he will confine me because of the contract he made me sign in blood. I do think he is a big threat, and I'm going to look at the criminal history of the system failed, not just me, but many others as well, because he got away with it.
Okay, so who was that, y'all? Who was that witness? Because she said Nesto did things to her at a very young age. So is that one of the daughters? Is that Miles or Keisha? I watched it, but I have to hear the other outcry statements to compare it, because it could be the 19-year-old, because she's young, she was young. But and Perry Ellis for Women said the book is called The Art of Seduction. Look it up and you will see how he actually used these techniques on Sonya. And allegedly in Harmon said he read The Art of Seduction. Just joking. He probably did. He committed to that. He committed to studying something or watching something to learn how to read people, seduce people, con people, earn people's trust, use people's weaknesses against them, specifically women. There's a JJ shape on the cover. Okay. She did. He has it. And Miss CLC says, I'm guessing the one with the bipolar. In Harmony, you missed it. Let me see if I can go back just a little bit.
Our witnesses on yesterday, one of them wanted to be here today, but wanted me to intimate their concerns about if the Lord was released, if he was released on bond. The first is,
and this is where I muted, ladies and gentlemen. I took those names.
It's a lot of air in the recording too.
she states that she has been traumatized at a very young age. She still has nightmares sometimes, and I have to live with everything he's done to me and others. I am scared that if he gets out, he will confine me because of the contract he made me sign from blood.
So yeah, we hear about that blood contract. So would he have made one of his daughters sign a blood contract, or is she talking about, is this witness the 19-year-old?
I think he is a big threat, and I'm going to look at the criminal history of the system failed, not just me, but many others as well, because he got away with it for years. I also received a statement from
Once again, that's one of the victims.
and she is another outcry witness in this case. And she states that, hello, my name. I would like to say that I do not look for my dad to get a bond due to the trauma he has left me with. I now attend a mental health program for my healing process. I fear if he gets released, he will put the community in more confusion. Thanks for your time. We ask the court to.
Okay, so we know that's one of the daughters. That's Keisha, right? She says she has to go to a mental health facility because of what Nesto did to her. That's just horrible. That's horrible. And I'm just wondering why Nesto thinks that, the cops or the detectives or whoever had to rally people in to say these things about him. I mean, really? Like, who is Nesto for them to say, you know what? I just know he looks like somebody that did grape somebody, or, SODOMY, somebody, MIZE, somebody. Let me find, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Y'all already know that. But when you hear this, you know, or you get confirmation again that Nesto did this stuff. It's not the justice system trying to bring the black man down. Hey, Extra AF, she says he told Sonya to send the books to another inmate. Okay, so yeah, but he probably was reading some stuff from the last time he was locked up for bank fraud or whatever. Out of all the many times he's been behind bars, he didn't either done some reading or had somebody read something to him or watch some documentaries, something. Maybe when he was in the RV or those big vehicles driving across country. He was doing something or watching something on TV. But welcome in, Extra AF, and thank you, Teresa Sweeney, for the $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate the support. She says, love your channel. Well, I love you, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. This is, fun for me. I remember when Storm put out the hearing on his channel, because I was a subscriber of Storm's for a while. And then, all of the other videos just start trickling over to me. And I've been following Nesto. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. I had been wanting to try, being a content creator. And I think it's a natural thing for me, but I just have to work on my nerves, and then I also have to be interested in what I'm talking about. And as y'all know, this is very interesting. All right, let's continue.
To consider those outcry statements.
Yes, you guys heard it correctly. That's what she said.
I fear if he gets released, he will put the community in more confusion. Thanks for your time. We ask the court to consider those outcry statements.
Yes, you guys heard it correctly. That's what she said.
The facts the court has already heard the bond hearing in October of last year, and we ask the court for a bond to be set as follows for each count. As to the aggravated sodomy, the state would request a $100,000 bond. As to the weighted count, the state would request a $100,000 bond. As to the aggravated sexual battery, the state would request a $100,000 bond. And as to trafficking a person for sexual servitude, the state would request a $100,000 bond. And as to the sexual battery, the state would request a $50,000 bond, an aggregate of $450,000. The state would request special conditions, and in this case specifically, that the accused had no contact, indirect or direct, with the main victim in this case. Outcry witnesses. Outcry witness. So the financial crimes cases overlap and intersect with the sex cases. And no discretion was referenced in this case. Owners of a vehicle that the defendant basically defrauded and used her name for some things that ended up being a part of our case in the sex crime case. This special condition is already outlined in the other orders of other cases. We just want to make sure that it overlaps in this case as well. And that is the reason why the state is asking for that specific special condition here. We would also ask for the special condition that he be under house arrest. That you have an ankle monitor that he is responsible for paying for. That he surrenders his passport within 24 hours.
He's responsible for paying for this ankle monitor, so that's a bust. What else did she say? Oh, and the passport. They keep talking about this passport that he claimed got stolen out of his truck where at Waffle House.
Tomorrow in Tomball, there will be snowy weather with a high of 4
Y'all, this is my
and a low of 18 degrees.
this is my
Also,
echo.
there's
Sorry.
a winter storm watch in effect
Let me
until
keep
Tuesday,
going with the
January
video.
21st,
Sorry.
6 p.m.
hours of release. They have no social media, no weapons, and I believe the state of Georgia. And those are the special conditions that we would ask the court to consider in this case.
Anything else, Ms. Rodman?
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to address that the case reference for child pornography from January the 12th, 2023. That case has been dismissed, and that was announced at the previous hearing for that case on February the 5th, 2024, before the Honorable Alexander Manning. Additionally, the failure to appear that was referenced from 2004 is extremely old, as well as the last felony conviction is over 18 years ago. This is very
Shoot, Hannah's fighting back. He shouldn't have had any complaints about Hannah, even though she asked for too low of a bond for all that stuff he had going on. But she's speaking up.
Mr. Williams in the 18 years between 2006 and now, other than the pending charges that he is maintaining his innocence on, has not had cycles of arrest or convictions during those 18 years. And Your Honor, I believe that he is a good candidate for bond because he will come back to court and is looking forward, in fact, to his day in court in this case.
What about the 4 outstanding warrants?
Your Honor, those warrants, I'm hearing about them right now. So I do not have any knowledge of those warrants.
I don't see her shaking.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Dina, you didn't know that? Welcome, Dina. How you doing? I know Dina from Andrew Gabor's channel, and I see Dina all over YouTube. But yes, ma'am, I have a channel. I got monetized in July. So welcome in. You have a channel as well, don't you? Dina the Explorer. Y'all check her out and subscribe to her channel. Thanks for stopping by, ma'am. I appreciate it. I'm over here covering Ernesto Williams, who was married to Shirley Strawberry, the co-host of Steve Harvey on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. So I try to touch on hot topics, but mostly celebrity crime related stories. I don't want to miss anything.
Projection as to when the state will make a charging decision. What you do not address, Madam Prosecutor, is what the state's intention is regarding the charges given with the time the defendant has been in custody. Is there any projection as to when the state will make a charging decision?
Yes, Your Honor, the state intends to be able to present in April with these cases. We're coordinating that also with the cases that are open in White House.
So according to again, he is innocent until proven guilty. These are just allegations. But according to the prosecutor, they are going to present the case in front of the grand jury. And it sounds like all of his cases will go in April, is what she just told the judge. She gave a actual month of when the next, I'm assuming the next time the grand jury impanels, because they don't impanel every month. I think it's like every 3 months or something like that. Thank you guys so much. I'm seeing all the Cash Apps. Dennis, you getting some love over there in your Cash Apps?
I am, but I want to say something up there.
232. And I haven't done the calculation, Ms. Rondon. What was the number of days you indicated you probably been in custody? 232. Thank you.
Thank you, Extra AF. I appreciate the super chat. Thanks for clicking in and subscribing. Stay safe.
All right, given the length of time that has passed, the defendant technically was entitled to a bond when the court heard this matter in October of 2023. However, the court in its discretion denied the defendant's motion for bond at that time. The matter is back before the court today for reconsideration and based on the representation of the state concerning its intentions relative to the presentation of the formal charges to the grand jury, and the fact that Mr. Williams has now been in custody for 232 days. The court believes that he is in fact still entitled to a bond, and the bond should be granted in this instance. However, the court has some serious concerns regarding the
Nesto was getting excited, y'all. He was getting excited. He was getting excited. He thought he's going to get a low bond.
History, even though the last conviction, as was properly pointed out by Ms. Rodman, was in 2006, and it has been several years. The state recited at least 4 outstanding warrants in various jurisdictions, in addition to providing victim impact statements from alleged victims to the crimes that Mr. Williams has been arrested for, which he's been arrested. And so in light of all of those considerations, the court hereby sets bond as follows. As to what appears on the court's calendar as count number 1, which is aggravated sexual battery, the court sets a $100,000 bond. As to count 2, rape, the court sets a $100,000 bond. As to count 3, aggravated sodomy, the court sets a $50,000 bond. As to count 4, sexual battery misdemeanor, the court sets a $5,000 bond. And as to count 5, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, the court sets a $150,000 bond. That's a total bond of $400,000. 5. One, two, three, four. Sets a total bond of $405,000. Should the defendant make bond, he will be subject to additional conditions of bond. Among those conditions are that he shall have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in this case, the 3 additional outcry witnesses, and the 4th alleged witness in the financial crime. I think all of those names have been provided by the state representative. Yeah.
So I don't know if I missed it, but I think she had only read 2 outcry statements, but there were apparently 3, as well as Melanie Scretchen, who he had to stay away from. So I don't know what the third outcry statement was, but I remember Pam mentioning somebody was supposed to show up, but they were scared, I think. Someone else was supposed to show up and give a statement, and they were scared.
I'm talking to me, not the whole court. Right. I feel like those names down, Ms. Winfrey, and provide them to the litigation manager. The court is further going to require that the defendant shall surrender his passport. He will be subject further to the requirement that he shall surrender any weapons. He shall have no social media presence. He must reside in the state of Georgia and this.
All right, so that's where Dennis stopped recording. I want to share that with y'all because we hadn't really been talking about these actual cases, and I know I've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes, but I was going to try to read a couple of the texts from around this time. And then I also have a pre-recorded video that I'll be putting out probably tomorrow from 2023, where Sonya acts like she provides Hannah's boss, Pamela, with some information that will give Nesto an alibi for some of these charges. He was apparently in another state, so he couldn't have been, at the scene of the crime. I don't know if the dates on the warrants or dates on the reports are just to the exact date and time. So I don't know if this alibi is an actual alibi or what. But let me look at a couple of these comments, and then I'm going to read the text. I don't know if I'll be able to pull them up. It may take me a minute. I know y'all might have to go. Obsessed with the message. Hold up, no social media presence, but he's actively violating that from the jailhouse as recent as last week, right? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. He was just on a three-way call on Sylvia's channel with Sonya, right? Oh Lord. And then he was told there that they were going to be doing the RICO. They were going to be doing the indictment in April. So he knew then. Will, won't he do it? Wooten, did you hear this? Yeah, I hope he's listening. I'm sure he is. So let me see if I can pull up the I'll keep playing this while I try to pull up the text messages.
That was it, Dennis.
That was it. That was it for part one. For part one.
What are you talking about part one?
Part one.
Yeah, she was giving. Go ahead.
So, essentially, that bond hearing revealed a lot more than I knew. I was like, wow, you want to visit him too? What the hell going on here? Did you do your research? Like, what the heck going on here? And the outcry victim, that was like, wow.
So, like in the first part where the prosecutor started going over his Nesto's background, and I've said that before, I'm like, there's more convictions in this. Like, where are you guys getting this? So in the first hearing, she only referenced whoever the prosecutor, because I don't know if they're rotating or if this is the same person. It looks like a different person in the first bond hearing. Related to these charges, this specific case, because he has 7 open cases for those of you that don't know. So for this specific case is the only one he had a bond. If you guys recall, I told you guys he was entitled to a bond. He was entitled back in October because he had been in there for over 90 days and he was unindicted. However, I don't remember his attorney arguing that fact, but regardless, the judge denied having bond anyway. And so this was a reconsideration of bond. And
okay, so it's going to be too messy for me to try to show the text messages to y'all. So I'll just read a couple of them. When I say messy, like I have like 4 different screenshots, and I'll be up here fumbling and stumbling, trying to make sure the right one is showing. And I ain't comfortable with my screen sharing yet for y'all, All right, BN says he violated so many rules and still do. He has from the very beginning. I mean, they can get him on so much. Hey, Toddy Jackson, welcome. She says, hi, chat, extra F. I don't got to go making a cake and cookies since I've got a sweets craving and I don't watch football. Yeah, I've been having a sweets craving my darn self. So you're staying put good. I know it's a lot going on the YouTube street, so I didn't want to hold everybody up. And Black Butterfly, welcome in. Off topic. Are you ready for the snow here in H-Town? I don't know. It's different when you have a small child. She's having to be cooped up in the house, or I got to make sure I have her properly covered. If we do get some snow, I got to make sure she's safe and secure and don't get sick and all that stuff. So I guess we're ready. I guess. All right, let me pull up these texts. I'm just going to read a couple of them to y'all. When Nesto started scrambling after this hearing or around the hearing. All right, so Nesto says on 2/23/24, this stream with Pam and Byron was on 2/24. So I think the hearing was on the 23rd, because based on these texts. Ernesto says, good evening, I just got back. The DA used the same line they've been using for the past 19 months at every bond hearing. She used the names off my past bonds and said they were victims that came forward. And she said she talked to the victims today. Why does Nesto think that lady lying? Let me continue, which I knew she was lying. How do you know? How does Nesto know that? How does Nesto know the lady's lying? So right now, I don't have anything holding me up. I need to bond out. Please find me a bondsman who will take payment plans because I'm still not indicted. And there was a new blogger in there today from some hip hop magazine. Dennis, he talking about you, Dennis. But I need to bond out. Now, what did that have to do with anything? But I need to bond out so I can get my own evidence because this DA isn't listening to no one. She tried to embarrass my 2 daughters today and throw their names into the mix. I don't care if we have to find a credit card solution. Please get me out of here, sad face, because that judge isn't going to lower my bond anymore. It's a setup. Only reason why she did give me a bond is because she had to by law. So clearly, Nesto's not getting, the fact that he's being charged with these horrible, horrible charges. He takes it as ADA Winfrey is trying to embarrass his 2 daughters. Why would she do that? Why would ADA Winfrey try to embarrass your 2 daughters, Nesto? Toddy Jackson says, did you bond out yet? Hell no, he did not. He ain't went nowhere. Toddy Jackson says he lies, so he's convinced everyone else is lying too. Yeah, he didn't make himself crazy. He's made himself crazy. Okay, so then Sonya says, I will try to do everything I can, love. I need you out here. So he right here asks Sonya about a credit card, putting his bond on a credit card so he can get out. Did she produce? No. Sonya says, my arms are around you. Need that truck. Girl. Too late. Sonya says, good morning, handsome. This is on 2/24 the next day. And I'll just read from yesterday until today, 2/24. Chin up. I got you. It's crazy what occurred in court. I was just saying about people in your life closest to you can be your biggest letdown. Keep your circle small, less issues. It's a lot of hate in this world. The devil is alive. She sure knows about the devil, boy. One thing Sonya knows is the devil. Miss Lorraine says, call Erica, right? Nesto is deflecting as usual. Yeah. Big deflection. He trying to tell us where they got, they just took one piece of evidence or one charge and just trumped them up, huh? Everything else is fluff. All right. Nesto says, good morning, my love. Yes, it is. He's saying the devil is alive. Sonya says, I can get your phone records from Cellhawk. I'm working on that. I don't know what Cellhawk is, but Sonya is on the job, y'all. Mrs. Secretary is at it. And she said she was going to be at the hearing, and Pam said she didn't see Sonya anywhere. Ernest says, good morning again. Are you coming back in town to get me out? These are questions that need to be answered. Did you see the video yesterday at court, how the judge caught the DA in many lies? Y'all, did y'all see the judge catch her in a lie? Did y'all see the judge catch ADA Winfrey in a lie? That wasn't what I got from that. I think Winfrey wasn't prepared. Maybe she was giving too much information that the judge didn't need, but no. Yes, being $400K on a credit card. Who doing that? I mean, who can do $40K on a credit card? Who can do that? X-Ray F says he wanted to get out bad. He was going to do some in-person witness tampering or so he could get out of Dodge. Yeah. He had a plan. He was just trying to put everybody else into action so he can do what he was trying to do. Yeah, she is a broken record. And Sonya just started appearing at the hearings, and she wasn't even viewing the previous Zoom hearings, right? She said she was going to be there, though. She told that lie. Where did I stop? Even when she said she talked to the victims and we knew she was lying. That's not the way those people talk. The way she was describing, and when she said, I missed a court date, when the judge said, I never missed a court date, did you see when she went back in her chambers to get file on me? That's because I sent her a letter and I sent the lawyer a letter breaking everything down. So as you see, that's, I guess he's saying Ish didn't do anything to help me at all at the end. So he's mad. He wrote a letter. He said didn't do anything because the DA still used the same lies from the past. DA majestic. He said he's calling him majestic too. So I have a bond now. Are you coming back to get me out? He sound like somebody's child. Are you coming back to get me out? Or are you still trying to use that old system with the phone systems and bank statements? No one cares about that right now. Look at Joe. He could have gotten all that information to set me free, but he didn't. So I need to get out of here ASAP so I can, I guess, save my own A with my own evidence. Which your lies, Nesto? Because time is running out. I'm going to write you a letter, but I need to know, are you coming immediately or are you waiting until you come back from Africa? This one, she was going to Africa, y'all, because I have a lot of lawsuits. Oop, Nesto going to start filing. Nesto's going to start filing those lawsuits, y'all. Miss Lorraine says, Sonya, bring them Cell Hawk records with you and you're going to jail. Yeah, she needs to bring them Cell Hawk records. She needs to bring them bank statements. She needs to bring that affidavit. She needs to bring that power of attorney. She needs to bring all them records. And bring my daddy records too while you can. Toddy Jackson, so glad Sonya can get his cell phone records because Wooten said, bring them here. I love this for her. Me too. That's why I wanted to read this because Nesto was trying to make sure she get on her job because he needed to get out so he can provide his own evidence. So why, if they're not taking evidence now, why would it make a difference coming from you as a free man? I mean, evidence is evidence, right? If you're innocent, right? I don't know. I'll just read these last two text messages and then I'll let y'all go. Ernesto says, as far as that truck, it's going to take a real lawyer to deal with that while I'm in here, because as you see, what I'm working with is not that strong and do not have the fight in him and street sense to win a battle. So that's why I have to get out of here to get my own team to understand my lingo. Really, Nesto? Nobody will understand your lingo, dude. Because I need to get this off of me so I can get back on social media. We're dealing with a cuckoo head, y'all. We're dealing with a crazy person. Why does he need to get back on social media? That's how I'm going to be making my streaming income from my platform. Nesto, you can't talk, dude. You can't articulate. How are you going to make money from streaming? Oh, so it's no way I can deal with that truck until I get out of here. That's why I need those body cameras. That's a lot of unanswered questions that I have the key to. Really? I'm grateful I have a bond because they could have made it a cash bond and I wouldn't have had no way of getting out. At least I still have a fighting chance now. So get past the money and get on the future because the money is already here now. Because I know the case is going to get dropped because I knew my lawyer didn't say anything to the DA on my behalf of the proof that I'm innocent and there's no way I could have committed that crime. He's a bumbling, fumbling fool right now, jumbling all this stuff together because I gave her all the facts she needed. So do not email her or Joe anymore. You hear that, Sonya? Do not email the lawyers or Joe anymore on any of these matters because I'm going backwards. They didn't tell me that the Bible lady was there because they wanted to keep them silent up to that point. So I'm just going to sleep all day because I'm depressed like an MF, and I know she's going to try to come see me tomorrow, and I will sit down and pray with her. So he's thinking telling him Bible lady was there was going to do something. What was that going to do? What was that going to do? And Harmon says, allegedly, Cellhawk is specialized mapping software designed to ingest files containing location-based data for easy visualization and subsequent analysis. Okay, so Sonya has access to that software. Okay. But did she get it? Did she get the info? She needs to give it to Wooten. Laughing my A off, she's going to come for them weekly jail visits. Yep. Kimmy, who says, bring those nasty pictures that were returned from that legal mail you sent. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. BN, I don't even think he could do motivational speaking. I mean, no. The moment I can't understand what you said, the moment there's a word in there that's just totally made up, an invented word, no. You lost me. You lost me. Anonymous scamming, yes. Kimmy, who did he really think Sonya had any money? Apparently so. And if he didn't think so, he thought she was going to do whatever she could do to get it. I mean, by February of 2024, I think he knew Sonya didn't have nothing. That's why he said credit card. And talk about making payments. Mush Mouth Podcast. Yep. Ernesto Williams, Mush Mouth Podcast. With co-host Dion Triantate William. All right, last text, y'all. Ernest, I know God is going to help you creative with this bond situation immediately. He thinks that's going to put a fire under her butt. Y'all know she don't move fast for nobody. So then he says, because once I'm out, I can file a motion to go back in front of the judge for dismissal. Also, the DA used lies because she knew the judge couldn't pull up actual details on what the DA was saying was the truth or not. But that's a here now situation. They can't stop the lawsuit, and once I'm out, they can't stop the dismissal on all cases. So that part I'm not worried about. I just need to be bonded out immediately because she lied again and said she was going to try to indict me in April. Nesto, it's not April. It's February. You got to wait for it, boo-boo. But the grand jury doesn't come back in April. They come back in May. I'm just read through so many flaws she was saying yesterday. It's like a repeated cycle. All that other stuff that's going on right now, it doesn't even matter. What matters is me getting out and fighting for my freedom and all the rights back. It doesn't matter if people think I'm innocent or guilty with the bloggers. What matters is reparations for my loss and pain and suffering. Allegedly in Harmon, that's exactly the sentiment. Laughter, gut busting laughter. This fool says he needs reparations. And you included as well because you're enduring mental stress as my supporter. There's no way around that to run from, so let's get it. He thinks that works on people, just like he told Dre last year that Dre was going to be set and not want for anything once Nesto gets out. He thinks people believe that. He thinks people believe that he has the capability of getting out and being a millionaire. I mean, Nesto, no, Nesto. Welcome in, Lilith's Moon. I will never understand why he chose Sonya over his ex-wife. I don't know. I have no clue. I think he got desperate because he knew the funds were being cut. And he knew he could only go so far with Shirley when it came to the money because Shirley does not want to eat cat food. Okay. She bent over backwards, but she didn't want to eat cat food. So he knew that money was going to run out eventually. That's why he was so mad on that call, that phone calls from prison played yesterday when Krell mentioned the money to Shirley. Because he knew he was going to have to try to finesse it. You know, Shirley was given some of the funds, but she wasn't going to be eating cat food. So, all right, I'll just read this last comment from B. Williams. The Lord doesn't want no parts of the scheme team. Yeah. Oh, Nesto. Oh, Nesto. Lilith's Moon, thank you for coming in. We're about to end this live, so you'll have to dial back so you can catch from the beginning. I hope y'all enjoyed this. The little hearing part was pretty short, but once you get into the groove of things and start reading the comments and all this and that, these lives can get lengthy. But thank y'all for staying here and listening to the hearing, listening to me talk, and reading those texts just to gather more information and get a reminder of what Nesto's facing. I don't know what they're doing with those actual crimes. Maybe they're holding them over Nesto's head, just in case the financial stuff doesn't pan out. I don't know, but they need to come on. I'm ready for them to say something or do something else with these actual crimes. And you're right, B.N. Nesto does compartmentalize. Yep. So y'all look out for the video with these 2023 texts from September to October. Sonya's going to be gathering some more information that she needs to turn over to Big Woo. And please hit the like button, y'all. Thanks so much for being here. Toddy Jackson, you agree with B. Williams. So you got that right. Yep. All right. Well, hopefully I didn't miss anybody coming in, miss any comments. I'll see y'all somewhere on the YouTube streets tonight. I am going to make sure we're all, prepared for this freeze, the snow in Houston, and try my best to stay warm. I'm going to cut my little personal heater back on. Well, I'll see y'all next time. Let me go over these super chats one more time. Thank you again, T-Rain. T-Rain is always blessing me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jackson Tabasco, for the $4.99 super chat. Mrs. CLC, Kimmy Who, Karaoke Tube. Thank you. Cindy White. I believe is one of my members. Mrs. CLC. Teresa Sweeney, thanks for the super sticker. And Extra AF. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all time, y'all support, y'all engagement. And hit the like button on the way out. I'll see y'all later. Bye.